in my 20s, I had the Gen Z mindset, guys. I was one of those people who I did not believe in working for the rest of your life. Working to 65 sounded like a scam with 40% of your income for 40 hours a week for the rest of your life. It didn't sound appealing, right? But then it wasn't really a lot of people to discuss my ideas with, right? Especially working low-end jobs like I was working with a college degree, working in a call center with people with $12 mindsets and $10 mindsets. But I would always gravitate to the other like-minded individuals, and we just discussed life plans. There's probably about like 3 people I would talk to up there about life and, living life on our terms out of maybe 180 people on the call center floor, So with that being said, what I did was I just kept hope alive of my dream of becoming a real estate investor. But now I see that a lot of this younger generation, they are not playing and will get up and leave. So if they don't feel like going to a job, they will quit. However, I would just wish that they direct that energy, what they feel like doing, into goals so that they can accomplish something and not have to rinse and repeat with this get a job, quit thing. Me personally, I'm a guy, I can't keep a job. I'm gonna end up getting fired. I just can't keep a job. But one thing I learned in my journey was that human resource is not your friend. Human resource is there to protect the job and the job only, okay? They're not your friend, all right? And I didn't learn this till years out when I had my last job. My last job was in 2012. And I learned years later that human resource was only there to protect the corporation, not you, all right? Yes, you can report that things are happening. However, that they may not be the best route to go to. But the way Gen Z is handling it, it's like they know, all right? They will go to social media before they go to human resource about reporting some stuff. And they know once the public gets involved, that company is in trouble. Just look at how some of these Gen Zers, right? They will go to a job, record content at their job, get paid for it, get fired from the job, and then get sponsorship deals from companies and work for themselves. All right. Like the latest one I've seen multiple of these, but the latest one I've seen, the young lady was working at Chick-fil-A. All right. Young people job. Cool. Working at Chick-fil-A. She was reviewing the foods at Chick-fil-A and she was, getting a great amount of views. And then she got fired, went viral, and then companies, brung her in to taste their stuff, right? So, Gen Z, they get it, right? Like, instead of going to human resource, I'm gonna go to social media and maybe I get a good outcome. Not all the time, but maybe I'll get a good outcome because human resource is not your friend. I'm telling you, all right? They're there to protect the company. I didn't know this when I was there, but I would call them to document certain things, so to protect myself, but I really wasn't protecting myself. They were looking out for the best interest of the company. This is new generation. I swear they will quit a job in a minute. Man, my little brother, when he was like 19, 20, man, he went and got a job at Chipotle, man. He quit in a day. He said, bro, they had me slaving back then. I'm like, man, you don't even know what slaving is, man. But, these guys will quit a job, bro. They won't even tell the owner they're quitting. They'll just walk out. You know what I mean? At least back in the day, what we would do is we'd go like, hey, man, I'm gonna do a smoke break and leave. No, they would just walk out, man. This is like, they are not beat for it, right? Because they realize that these jobs don't give a damn about you. Like, they want more life and not have their life depend around and work around a job. They get it. This is the mindset I had in my 20s. And this is where I'm at today, whereas I'm able to work for myself over 10 plus years since September of 2012, doing what I love to do. And this is what they desire, And I know a lot of people will call them lazy and all types of names, and that doesn't sum up all of them. they're catching on and they're getting it that, yo, this job stuff is some bull. You know, I can't get mad at them for quitting the job when I would just get fired from a job. They also understand putting themselves first, all right? They will put themselves first and not the job first. The generation prior to them, multiple generations prior to them, they will always do everything around the job. They wouldn't go to family events because of the job. They wouldn't schedule certain vacations because the job needed them, etc. No, they are putting that PTO in, whether they get accepted or not, and taking a vacation. Listen, I used to call out sick to go to seminars to better myself because I was thinking about my future and not about being at a job for the next 10, 15, 20 years, okay? So I would put myself first. I would schedule time off to go to my real estate meetings. I would also schedule time off if like a seminar was coming to town. Maybe it's about self-help, motivation or something like that, or a famous author. And it was during like business hours. Nope. Okay, let me put my PTO in. Oh, it didn't get accepted? Hey, I'm sick. I ain't gonna be able to come in today. And I would go. You know, I don't think a lot of them are doing that, but they are getting like, yo, let me put myself first. Because once you stressed out and about the job, that you just stressed out. Like, ain't no solving that, right? Like, I had a guy I work with in the call center. This is a true story. He went to a doctor. The job was stressing him out so bad that he had came back to work with a note saying that, yo, he just can't work there no more because of the stress levels that this call center was causing him. All right. This man was, you know, I've also seen people pass out in call centers and things like that, you know, due to the stress levels and stupidness of the job and how terrible it was, you know, the awful conditions, you know, like, yeah, just pass out. But why go through all that for a job? You don't own that job. You never met that CEO. Bro, that CEO bonuses, he probably get $8 million a quarter. Meanwhile, you getting $12 an hour. You think he care about you? No. They get it and understand it. The only thing Gen Z need to ask himself, where is this behavior leading to? So for me, it was real estate. I knew I couldn't keep no job. I knew I wasn't employee of the month. I was just real with myself, and I knew I had a bigger vision for living my life, and it wasn't being in a call center. That was not my calling. I didn't go to college for that. I didn't want to grind for that. You know what I mean? So what I did, I came up with a plan. But if you are in your 30s, 40s, 50s, it's not too late to come up with a plan to get out of something. This is a true story, right? This is a true story. Somebody was delivering my Amazon package, and he said, yo, you the guy from Instagram, right? I said, yeah, that's me. And he said, bro, I love your stuff, man. Me and my wife watch it all the time. He said, yo, I'm delivering packages and I'm about 2-3 years out before I can quit this job at Amazon. I invest in the stock market, right? Now, he's an older gentleman. He's like, yo, I'm trying to get the younger guys on it. The younger guys is looking at me, man, I ain't investing in the white man's company. He said, why not? We get the stock at a discount, and not only we get it at a discount, it goes up, you know, every month or so. So you might as well do it since you're gonna be here. And he's just sinking a lots of money into this particular stock. And his plan is like, yo, he's going to exit it, and him and his wife, they got a plan for the business once they get the X amount. But if that's you, man, you need to have a plan, right? Like, you can exit the job. Like, you should, at this point, right, with social media, if you're a social media person, meaning you go on it and daily, etc., to check it, you should have seen the explanation. Some people in HR are saying, hey, HR is not on your side. HR is not your friend. You should see that, hey, you know, this person died at my job on Monday. By Wednesday, they had a posting out trying to replace this person. You know what I mean? Yo, you should know that. So you should have a plan for yourself because, listen, these jobs don't give a damn about you. All right? Unfortunately, I was one of those people who seen this, you know, 20 years ago or so. You know what I mean? I knew I didn't want to work a job for the rest of my life. It just didn't sound right. You know? All right, so 20, and I work here till I'm 65, 40 hours a week. I spend more time with you than I do my family. I don't know. this doesn't sound right. And then I get 40% of my salary in retirement and I may be able to travel the world then. I want to travel it now, you know? But hey, you got to have a plan, man. And if you don't have a plan, you want a plan, let me introduce you to real estate wholesaling. Click on that pinned comment. Watch the video next to me, man. I'm Nasa, AKA the real estate guru. I'm not a guru, I'm a guru because I actually do this business. Peace.